What's up YouTube, DMLX here, and today I'm presenting you guys my top 10 villains for Insomniac's Spider-Man PS4 sequel, which is most likely going to end up being a PS5 exclusive. Anyways, after being the main story in all 3 chapters of the City That Never Sleeps DLC, I was really impressed with how Insomniac handled the villains in the game. From the more well-known such as Doc Ock, Electro, Vulture, Scorpion, and Rhino, to the lesser-known villains such as Mr. Negative and Tombstone. Although there were some villains like Hammerhead that went a bit over the deep end by pretty much turning into Silvermane, and the addition of Screwball was just downright annoying. But that's just me. With that being said, the villains I chose for my top 10 are characters that I think would translate well into the overall narrative based on what was teased and established in Insomniac's Marvel Universe, as well as personal preference for certain characters. So without further ado, let's get on with the countdown. Prowling into number 10 is the Prowler, more specifically the Aaron Davis version, who's portrayed more as an anti-hero, similarly to Black Cat. Not only is Aaron Davis the uncle of Miles Morales, but he's also the brother of the late police officer Jefferson Davis, who was Miles' father and was killed during one of the many demon attacks. I could easily see this deadly act towards his brother sparking Aaron Davis to pursue a vigilante career and don the identity of the Prowler. And with Miles training alongside Peter to become the new Spider-Man, that would make for some great family drama, as recently seen in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Flying into number 9 is the Beetle. Not the most popular Spider-Man villain on this list, but I still find the character intriguing nonetheless. There's been many incarnations of the Beetle over the years, but for me personally, I would love Insomniac to adapt the Beetle from the Ultimate Comics, who's an unnamed Latverian agent who is sent to New York City to retrieve a symbiote sample. And the end credit scene teases just that. Plus the design of his suit is way more intimidating and cool looking compared to the other incarnations, but I digress. Creeping into number 8 is Morbius the Living Vampire. I was first introduced to this character through the 1990s Spider-Man animated series, who became a villain by nature rather than nurture. This character is actually referenced in game through a scientist named Morgan Michaels, which is one of the character's aliases in the comics, with his real name being Michael Morbius. I think having Spider-Man go up against a vampire would bring a good amount of variety when it comes down to the types of villains the Wallcrawler will face against in the sequel. Maybe Morbius can be portrayed as a side mission boss like Tombstone.
Too much to hope you'll be taking it easier now that you're, mortal?
Not a chance. Threat of death just ups the thrill.
Coming in at number 7 is Alistair Smythe, aka Spider Slayer. Seeing that Insomniac has been teasing that there will be multiple Spider-Men in the sequel, I can definitely see Alistair Smythe coming into the picture hired by Norman Osborn to create an infantry of robots called Spider Slayers to hunt them down, or even build his own suit to get the job done himself. I think it would make for a great change of pace when it comes to introducing new enemy types, as well as the way of developing the story with multiple Spider-Men protecting the city.
It's pretty weird, right? Not that weird.
Slithering his way into the 6th spot is the Lizard, a villain teased through one of Spider-Man's backpack collectibles.
With this vial of the lizard's blood, I was able to mix up a cure and turn him back into Dr. Connors. Too bad it didn't last.
I would be very intrigued to see Insomniac's interpretation of the character, and I think it would be pretty cool to see the boss fight take place in the sewer or somewhere underground on a train, which could possibly create some fun and exhilarating moments.
Wall crawling's my shtick! Hey, you start spinning a web and I'll sue!
Deceiving his way into number 5 is Mysterio, another villain referenced from one of Spider-Man's backpack collectibles.
Mysterio's helmet gave me ideas for my eye lenses. Go ahead, sue me, fishbowl head.
Mysterio would make a great villain to go up against in the sequel. Seeing that he is the master of illusions after all, maybe he could be the type of character who replaces Screwball challenges with challenges that put Spider-Man in creative scenarios, like when Spider-Man was poisoned by Scorpion, thanks to Mysterio's mastery in visual effects. And once the player beats all of Mysterio's challenges, he faces off against Fishbowl Head in one last bout.
Hey, what's wrong with you? I worked on that helmet for a week.
Okay.
Coming in at number 4 is Sandman, which is another villain that was referenced through one of Spider-Man's backpack collectibles.
Still not sure if opening this would set the Sandman free, but I'm in no hurry to find out.
Sandman is one of the most iconic villains in Spidey's Rogues Gallery, seeing that he has the ability to shapeshift his body into a variety of weapons and change his size, which has a great amount of potential when it comes to epic boss fights.
Aw, all webbed up and nowhere to go.
Heh, who do you think I am? Flint Marco?
Tracking his way into number 3 is Kraven the Hunter. To me, I think Kraven would make a good replacement for Taskmaster in the sequel, in a sense that Kraven is testing Spider-Man to see if he's the ultimate prey, compared to the collection of trophies he's hunted over the years. And if Spider-Man were to pass all of his challenges, Kraven would come to face with Spider-Man and claim the title of Apex Predator.
You're a fake! A coward! This is your idea of a fair hunt?
Oh no. It's only the prelude.
Gliding his way into number 2 is Green Goblin. Spider-Man's arch-nemesis was teased during the mission where you play as Mary Jane, snooping around Osborn Manor, discovering blueprints of the Goblin's helmet, the Osborn's family coat of arms in the shape of a glider, and pumpkin bomb prototypes, giving us fans a hint that this version of Green Goblin may be more tech-based like the version in Sam Raimi's trilogy. With that being said, I'm hoping Green Goblin is one of the main antagonists in Insomniac's Spider-Man 2 and isn't saved for a third installment.
But I'll keep trying. I will find a cure.
Last but certainly not least, coming in at number 1 is Venom. Probably the most requested villain to appear in Spider-Man PS4, whether it be in the main story or DLC. During the credit scene, we see Harry Osborn covered in the classic symbiote organism, possibly taking inspiration from the Ultimate Comics, where the symbiote isn't alien, but a scientific creation. However, it's unknown at this time whether Harry Osborn or Eddie Brock will take up the mantle as Venom. And based on the good luck card, it seems like Peter and Eddie are on good terms, but I wouldn't be surprised if things change in the sequel.
Aw, the good luck card from when I left the Daily Bugle to go into research. Some really great people there. And Jameson.
But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Harry became Venom as well, and may need the symbiotic suit to stay alive. Harry did turn to Venom before in other Spider-Man adaptations. For example, Harry became Venom in the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series, so anything's possible.
Now, Father No want Harry. Wants Venom. Only Venom.
So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about my top 10 villains I would like to see in Spider-Man 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. Subscribe for more content from me on Spider-Man and other games in general. I'm DMLX. I'll see you in the future.